I don't really know her. So I was at the Israeli Day Parade last Sunday, and my daughter, Ava, who's 20, she loves people like Emily. She loves all the influencers, all of them, Noah Tishby, blah, blah, blah. So she goes, oh, my God, that's Emily Austin behind us. So I'm with Bruce Blakeman, the Nassau County executive, and I walk over as if I've known Emily for 100 years, and she's talking to me. I'm talking to her, taking pictures. I even posted my friend, Emily Austin. Never met her before. So then this morning, she says she'll come in. We reached out to her. She'll come in. And it occurs to me, I go, oh, my God, I'm looking at the picture. When I was at the State of the Union, there was a girl sitting behind me, and she was having a really good time. She knew everybody, pretty blonde, the whole thing. And when I got thrown out and I was being detained and they were actually discussing whether to arrest me or not, this blonde girl sitting behind me walked out of the chamber because the State of the Union ended, and she walked up to me and said, you're a hero. And I'll never forget that. I'm thinking to myself this morning at 5 a.m., I go, oh, my God, is that the same girl? It is, isn't it?
It is, indeed. That's me, c'est moi.
So why were you, are you related to a hostage or?
No, honestly, thank God, no. When I found out the hostage family, first of all, I would not have gone to the State of the Union if the hostages' families were not there. I wanted to show my solidarity. And I don't know if you saw my post or saw me there. I wore a huge yellow ribbon on my dress.
Yes, I saw it. That's why I thought you were related, because your yellow ribbon was huge.
You know what? I'm going to take that back. I am related because I'm Jewish.
Right.
And I'm Israeli.
Right.
So I feel related.
Do you know Mia Shem personally?
I met her there.
Me too.
I met her, I think, once before.
Yeah.
But
she is, and I love her and her mom, and I'm happy she's home. She's the saddest looking person I've ever seen.
I couldn't help at the State of the Union. She sat like adjacent to me.
Yeah.
Like right across from you. And because she was in my vision, I didn't mean to, but I ended up just staring at her the whole night, which sounds kind of creepy.
Me too.
But she has sad eyes, and like, who knows what those eyes really saw? Yeah. May we never know.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine like to ever feel alive after like what she went through.
Oh God, no. So I was invited by a congressman out of Long Island, Anthony D'Esposito.
He's my congressman.
Correct, he's your congressman, and I'm friends with all those guys. Mike Lawler, Lolota, also in your district. Who invited you to the dinner that night?
Congressman Corey Mills.
Oh, really? Corey Mills.
He's great. He actually went to Israel on October 9th to go take back American civilians, private. It was amazing.
So how do you know Corey?
Corey and I met when he was actually running for Congress.
Got it.
He was running against, Sabatini, Anthony Sabatini.
Yes.
And he's a Florida congressman. I'm friends with Byron Donald. So like kind of the Florida and Long Island congressmen are like good people.
Yeah, they're good people. So I'm always fascinated by people like you because you're young. I mean, you just graduated Toro a couple of days ago. I congratulated you. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. And yet you've got over 2 million followers. You've got fans everywhere. My daughter's like, oh my God, that's Emily Austin, which is now you're my friend, which is great. So how does all this come about? You're a model. What happened? How'd you become this huge superstar?
Yeah, funny story. Well, first of all, people are gonna be like, how's she a broadcaster? I lost my voice from screaming at the Israel Day Parade, and it hasn't fully recovered yet.
It sounds good.
Well, it sounds a little hoarse.
Yeah, that's good though.
When I grew up, I thought I would be like a pediatric oncologist, like oddly specific. That's what I wanted to do. And in my freshman year at Hofstra University, I was like a pre-med undergrad, got into a really good program. COVID hit, and I was home for, it wasn't 6 months. It was like a year, but by the time they figured Zoom out and classes resumed, and I'm sitting at home, and I'm like, I'm going to be in school till I'm in my 30s if I stay in medical school.
It's true. Yeah.
And I started having panic attacks, and I had nothing to distract me from them. So I'd go on Instagram. And now I noticed Instagram Lives were really, really popular
especially
COVID.
During COVID.
Right.
Even I started doing those.
Exactly.
And I was on radio. I was still doing Instagram Lives.
Because guess what? Like, there was nothing else going on. At least I used to have basketball to watch, but during COVID, they canceled that too. So I would go on live and talk about how much I miss the NBA, how much I love the Knicks.
The NBA?
I love basketball.
You're kidding.
I was at every Knicks game possibly ever in high school.
Are you still a huge Knicks fan?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you saw the whole thing this year. Jalen Brunson, all these guys.
Good year. It was a fun year. I don't think we'll win a championship in my lifetime,
This is unbelievable.
but it's a good year.
This is, it just things are occurring to me. I
So,
saw you at a Knick game.
Probably.
I was sitting the second row, Corey Zelnick seats, and I'm pretty sure you were sitting courtside.
Was it Knicks Bucks?
I think it was
Christmas?
Knicks Bucks. It was Christmas or New Year's Day,
Christmas.
and you were sitting courtside.
Yeah.
With a girl with black hair. Is that right?
She
or not
was
right?
on my. I wasn't with her, but she
sat next
was
to you.
on my left.
Jesus, it's
Good memory.
unbelievable. So you're a diehard Knick fan. So
Yeah.
you go on Instagram. You
And
can't
I started
talk
doing these
basketball.
lives
Yeah.
because I just missed it. Now this is the funny part. Wow, this is really crazy. This is a New York attitude. In high school, I decided senior year I'd run for Miss New York. If you look at my pictures in high school, I was not cute enough to be running, in my opinion, but I decided to do it anyway.
Did somebody tell you
And-
were cute enough? They convinced
Yeah,
you?
like they're like, oh,
Your
you're gonna
mom?
be Miss Uni. Yeah, my mother. No, everyone in high school in your graduation book, they said in 10 years you will be X. For me, they put Miss Universe.
Wow.
So I guess it kind of got to my head, and I ran for Miss New York. Now I lost, but I went to a Knicks game like 2 weeks before the contest, and I swear I thought I was gonna win. So I'm sitting like fourth row to courtside behind the hoop. Tracy Morgan sitting courtside.
Yeah, I know. Sure.
I'm like, Tracy,
Yeah.
yo, like
He's
I
there
want
every
to be
night.
on your show, The Last OG. He was filming at the time.
Yeah.
He sees me screaming like a nut. He's like, come over here. He's like, come over here, come over here. He's like talking to his boys. He's like, so who are you? I'm like, I'm Miss New York. I'm
You
not Miss
actually
New
said
York.
I'm Miss New
Yeah.
York, and you hadn't won yet, and
No,
you didn't win.
I didn't even no, I lost.
Right.
But I told him that I was. Anyway, long story short, the next day I end up on The Last OG playing a model. Wait, it gets better. I end up, by the way, 3 years later hosting Tracy's documentary. But that's like a different story.
Yeah.
So Tracy kind of like during a break, the Knicks are there. It's like right after halftime, they're shooting around. I'm like sitting there courtside thinking I'm like the queen. And I get Mitchell Robinson like follows me on Instagram. So now when COVID hits, he joined one of my lives. And I'm like,
Wow.
let's do a Q&A with
That's
the
a big
fans.
deal for you, sure.
So it goes from like my 300 viewers to like 35,000 viewers because of Mitch.
Sure.
And because he joined, now like half of the Knicks roster joined to watch. And I was
Right.
sitting there shaking. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Wow.
Anyway, it turns into a series that was such a hit. Like I ended up interviewing 30 NBA players during COVID.
You're kidding.
And by the time COVID ended, MTV had called me asking me to audition for a music series, which I auditioned and I got it. So my career started during COVID, which is like, I don't know how many people
Because of the NBA,
started.
though.
Yeah.
So outside the Knicks, what other famous players were you interviewing? Was it like the best players
I
in the
interviewed
league?
Jalen Brunson as a Maverick.
As
so
a
we're going to
Maverick.
run it back as a Knick.
Yeah.
I got Emmanuel quickly right after the draft. Josh Giddey, Chet Holmgren. I'm definitely missing a bunch. Meta World Peace was my favorite.
Meta World Peace.
Reggie Miller.
Ron
I got cool
Artest.
people.
Real name is Ron Artest,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
he went to
Ron.
St. John's.
Yeah, so he's like always in New York.
Yes. I wanted the Knicks to draft him, but they didn't because they already had the Charles Sprewell, so they drafted, I think that was the Frederick Weiss.
He said on my podcast that his biggest regret in life was not playing for the Knicks.
Right, he wanted to be drafted by
How
the Knicks.
sad.
Yeah. He was a
Yeah.
maniac. He started fights and all that.
Yeah.
Detroit,
Malice at
Indiana,
the
and all.
Palace.
So we're going to take a quick break. We got more to do with you. So here's how it all starts. It's COVID. You hop on Instagram. You are telling people you're Miss New York, but you should have won. You should have won anyway. And you end up interviewing the Knicks and all these NBA players. That turns into an MTV show. You're hanging out with Tracy Morgan. He's my friend too, by the way. And now you've reached this stardom kind of plateau, right? Let's keep it right there. Take a quick break. Come back. Talk Israel. Talk State of the Union and more with Emily Hunter, the pride of the Knicks. Emily Hunter. Why did I just say that? Emily Austin, coming right back right into this.
I got a woman way over town.
All right, back here on Sid and Friends in the Morning with Emily Austin, who just told us an unbelievable story how during COVID, while she was at Hofstra, she was looking for something to do. She got involved in these online Instagram lives, which I did as well. Ended up interviewing Knick players that led to the NBA, that led to a big show on MTV. And now I believe you're in boxing. So many years ago, my career was in sports. I worked at WFAN. That's the biggest sports station in history. And so did Lou. And I hosted the midday show I also hosted the Giants pregame show.
Oh, nice.
And I did sports on the Imus in the morning show. It was all sports all the time. I got fired, went down to Miami, spent 11 years at 3 different stations doing sports. So I know everybody in every league, but I also worked with HBO for boxing.
Oh,
so
cool.
Every Mike Tyson fight I was at, every one of them, from when he got out of prison, I should say. All those lousy fights, I know Mike personally. And Chuck Zito does as well, because I act too. So, long story short, I've got a career in sports, but boxing was a big part of it. And now you're doing boxing, right?
Yeah. I'll tell you a good Mike Tyson story. My first boxing fight, let's say recently, because I used to do like celebrity boxing, like in college. And when I say do boxing, I mean like broadcasting it, like hosting. So Mike Tyson's at Haney Garcia in Barclays Center on April 20th. That was my first fight for the Zone. And it was like kind of like an audition, but not really. Anyway, I killed it. Mike Tyson sitting there like ringside. I was about to say courtside. And he's like off limits media. Don't ask me for anything. I'm just here to enjoy. Come on. I'm not going to be within the vicinity of Mike Tyson and not get a question.
You got to talk to him.
So
and by the way, he's going to talk to you.
Well,
he likes pretty white blonde girls.
He's sitting next to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar is like kind of giving me a look, like leave him alone. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, Mike, I work for the Zone. Want to give me some predictions? He's like, nah. First of all,
that was it?
I'm not used to rejections. So I was like,
sure.
Ooh, this is embarrassing. We're in front of everyone. I was like, are you sure? Like, it's just 30 seconds for the Zone. Like, we're hosting this whole fight.
It's a big deal.
And he's like, no, I'm good. Thank you. I'm just trying to enjoy. So I walk away, accepted my defeat. Again, I walk up to him like 30 minutes later. I'm like, did your mind change? Like, trying to be funny about it so it's not awkward.
Yeah.
He's like, no, my mind didn't change. I was like, damn it. Okay, whatever. Fine. He gets up to go to the bathroom.
You followed him to the bathroom.
I didn't follow him all the way there, but like I was ringside, so I kind of walked with him. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm 22. If you do an interview with me, it'll help my career out a lot. And he's like, oh my God, you're so persistent. Come on, fine. So I sit with him. I do the interview. It's like 60 seconds. He gives me his predictions. Good answer, thorough answers. At the end, I go, one last favor. I want to host your fight with Jake Paul.
And what'd he say?
He gives me his phone number.
Of course he did.
And his manager. You know what his card is?
No.
The ear with a bite taken out of it.
Or Evander, but his
ear.
By the
way, Evander was like 6 seats away.
He was there too, yeah. He's a great guy.
They're cool. It's just so odd to me.
Oh, they're very cool.
Yeah.
No, listen, you know how much money they made off of each other? They made millions and millions off each other.
Yeah,
they
win or lose, boxing has money.
Yeah, well, not boxing, not so much anymore now, obviously. I mean, who even fights these days that
what do you
people
mean?
want to... I think Canelo fought again a couple of weeks ago.
Ryan Garcia made $20 million.
Ryan's good. I like Ryan.
Tyson Fury made close to 50, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. See,
Anthony Joshua.
Here's where I'm old,
Canelo's
okay?
cool.
I'm old. I'm 57. You're 22, okay? When I was growing up, there was a great match every week, especially the heavyweight division. You had Ali and Frazier and Foreman and Norton and Shavers and all these guys. And then when I was growing up, you had the division with Roberto Duran and you had Marvin Hagler and you had Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, it's gone. You mentioned 2 or 3 guys. That's it. I mean,
I think it's coming back.
I like Dana White, but I need boxing back too.
It's coming back.
It is?
You'll see. Mark my words. Saudi Arabia now kind of like bought the rights. No, Saudi's been our friend. Saudi is like dominating the boxing world, so they put on not a show, like a whole week's worth of like events and parties.
Don't they have the golf thing too? Isn't that theirs too? Live.
So I did the Tyson Fury Usyk fight in Riyadh.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which also contributed to losing my voice because we broadcasted outdoors and it was hot and humid.
Wow. And
not humid, dry.
You make money doing that? Like good money?
Yeah.
Come on, Em.
No, it's cool.
Really? And they put you first class in like a nice hotel room?
I don't ask for first. If they do it, they do it. But I'm not like, I could sit last row or first and I'll be fine. But they go all out, especially in Riyadh.
You're like a major superstar. Look at you. I had no idea. No idea.
That's
and
funny.
Yet you still find time. You're wearing the Jewish star. You're wearing the Israeli dog tags and some multi-million-dollar other necklace. I don't know what that is. Probably Tyson probably got it for you.
This is actually gorgeous. I never take it
It
off.
is gorgeous. And yet you find time to do all that, and you do a lot of that, yes? The Israel stuff, a lot of it.
I wish, honestly, I wish I didn't have to. Everyone thinks this was like a post-October 7th thing that I started and like rode the wave, which everyone should have gotten on the wave. But before October 7th, I've always been very vocal about being Jewish because to me, it's who I am.
Yeah.
And I've always been proud of it.
Good for you.
But now it was never controversial.
Yeah.
I used to do Yom Ha'atzmaut, Yom HaZikaron posts, Israel flag cupcakes, go to Tel Aviv schnitzel, matkot, shesh besh. It was never a problem.
Yeah.
After the 7th, oh, she's the Zionist, she's the Jew.
Well, there's a lot.
And it became like
I'll
us
tell you
versus
why.
them.
Because there's a lot of young ladies, they'll remain nameless. Like I'm friends with Lizzie Savetsky. You know Lizzie.
love her.
I love her too. Great. I love her husband as much, Dr.
Same.
Ira. But there's a lot of young ladies who are making a lot of money. A lot of money. And I keep getting asked the question, hey, all your friends out there, because I'm friends with all of you guys, they're making all this money. Do they give that money back to Israel? I go, wait a second. They're aware of what they're doing in Israel. Rachel Goldberg knows what Lizzie Savetsky's doing, or Emily Austin for that matter. That's their job. But
I'm
they
going to play
get so
devil's
angry.
advocate. A lot of people are upset that people get paid for speaking gigs.
Yes.
I want to also say more than half of them probably donate it back the same night. Like
They do.
If you have a 10K speakers fee, you'll give it back. I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of my friends do. Now, also understand, I don't know if this applies to, if you have a career, just know defending Israel, and I hate saying this, but it's true, puts like a nail in the coffin. Like Rappaport, let's see him get back in Hollywood after
He will.
this.
I talk to
I hope
Rappaport
so.
every day.
I hope so.
He's
I love
actually
Michael.
speaking the next 2 days in Washington, D.C. at the American Jewish
Amazing.
Council.
He's awesome. I really love him.
I'm just trying to convince him to vote for Trump. That's what I'm
He
trying.
will. He said he is.
Yeah, he's close. He's not.
Well, if
he's
you
still,
vote
he's,
for
he
him,
still calls him Dick Stain. That's a problem. I go, you can't.
Vote for him and call him whatever you want.
I did say that. Right. But so you're right. Rap will have more difficulty. He doesn't care. Thank God. He's put the Jewish
Right,
religion
because he's
first.
established it.
Yes.
Someone like myself, I never thought after the 7th, and it wouldn't have changed my trajectory.
Yeah.
I never thought there would be two sides to it. So when I started speaking out, and then I lost brand deals and got kicked out of Bloomingdale's and like
What?
completely lost every ounce of income I had in my life.
Stop it.
I was like,
It got that
who's
bad?
glorifying this?
No, a lot of people are. So it got that bad. But now you're
bad.
back on your feet. You're doing
Yeah.
boxing. You're doing great. You're doing great. Now, how do
Yeah.
you become friends with my boss's daughter, who I love dearly, AJ Katzmatidis?
I
How are you
love
guys
AJ.
friends?
We were at what was supposed to be Lee Zeldin's winning party
Oh, you were there.
at Cipriani.
Yeah. You
2
really
years
thought he was
ago.
going to win that night? No,
I thought he would.
I helped him campaign. I went out to even the Fafapa to Finkel out in Long Island. What is that place? They got the America First warehouse. I went out. I'm friends with Lee, obviously, but
him.
I didn't show up that night because I was nervous he may lose to
Well, he
Cappy.
wasn't even there, but
He wasn't there either.
AJ was.
AJ,
and
okay.
she, first of all, there wasn't a lot of women there. And now AJ, which is very AJ, she wore like a gorgeous red dress. She
Yeah.
has blonde hair. You can't miss her in a room.
Right. She's beautiful. She
So I walk
dresses
up
very
to
nicely.
her, and we're like the two blondes, both wearing red. And I like elbow her. I'm like, look, we're twinning. And anyway, whatever. We exchanged numbers, Instagram.
So you never knew her before that night?
No.
Okay.
And then because of the politics, we kind of bonded.
Yeah. So
To
you're
her birthday party, met her family. They're awesome.
So you know John and Margot too. Okay. Because you said, why am I hearing my friend's parents on
I
the
walk
station?
in, I'm like,
He
is that
owns it.
AJ's dad?
He owns the station.
No.
Yeah. So you're a Republican then?
I hate the titles because I actually have a lot of values that one would call liberal.
So do I.
But like I vote right.
Yeah, I'm
I
pro-choice.
consider myself conservative.
I'm pro-choice and I'm pro-gay marriage.
I'm pro-choice. Exactly.
But I wouldn't vote for a Democrat even if you promised to shoot me. I wouldn't do it.
But you know what? Like I hate the titles because I feel like it's just dividing people. Like I love Mozzie, by the way. I have
so
no
do
problem
I.
with Tom.
You like Tom Suozzi?
I have zero problem with him.
I like Mozzie.
I
though.
disagree with a couple of his policies, like immigration and the
Yeah.
border.
He's a nice guy.
But he's a good guy. He's
a
a
nice guy.
Zionist. He's
Yeah.
a community man. He's a family man. He's nice. He's personable.
He's nice. But you love Trump, though, right?
Yeah.
You do. Look
Like
at you.
saying that also gets you canceled, but I don't give a damn anymore. I like Donald Trump. Cancel me. I don't care.
I don't think you'll get canceled.
You can't cancel me.
It's
because
turning
my
around.
mouth still moves
Right.
after you cancel me.
No, you cannot. Let me tell you something, Emily. You cannot be canceled. Louis, can this young girl be canceled?
I don't see it in the
Thank
next
you.
200 years. No. Why would that happen?
Well, because people get
people-
upset, Trump, but
People are jealous haters.
But it's
Yeah.
turning. It's turning now.
It's turning because I told Don Jr., Trump's son, I said, your best campaigner is Biden.
It's true.
He's making
True.
everyone vote for
By
Trump.
the way, I thought Pat O'Brien was the worst name dropper ever. Emily Austin
I'm
has
like
just
a
gone
close
past
second.
Pat O'Brien. So I'm walking down the street, and you're not going to believe this, but Eric Trump walks over and goes, "Hey, are you Emily Austin?"
Let me tell you this funny story about Mike Tyson. Short, but it's funny. It's really
Hey,
good.
so I don't mean
Hang
to
on.
brag. Wait, who's bigger than Trump? I was about to name drop, but I think Trump's the best.
But you do know a lot of people, all seriousness.
Well, honestly, no,
so
sports
now I'm going to
is
ask
an
you for Nick
amazing
tickets.
thing.
Yeah.
Sports is a great way to build bridges.
What's your favorite football team?
Football is an aggressive sport in general.
You don't like it. Okay. Baseball. Yankees? Mets?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what do you just basketball? You like the Rangers? You don't care?
I like hockey.
You do? You like the
I live
Rangers?
close to the UBS Arena, so I've been to more Islanders games.
Oh.
I don't like have necessarily a team that I follow. I'm like conflicted as a New Yorker that we always have two teams. It's
Yeah.
like Nets or Knicks.
Yeah. We don't
Islanders
have
or
two teams.
Rangers.
So we've got one team. We've got the Knicks and the Rangers. The Islanders. I hate
But
to
they're
break
fun. Have you been to the UBS Arena?
it once.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful arena.
No,
Yeah.
Sid doesn't understand that they're the last great hockey team in New
No,
York.
I do
so-
understand that.
Yeah,
but
no,
it was,
you
but,
don't.
but Emily was a negative 20 years old. Negative 20.
Oh, right. So it didn't change the
Oh,
history,
can I name
though.
drop? Wait, you're gonna love. Are you
See,
a Rangers
well,
fan?
I'm a diehard Ranger
Okay.
fan. Well, get ready for this.
All right.
My
hang on.
friend-
Let's see who it is. Let's
Okay.
try to guess who it is.
Now I'm going to go
Yeah,
with.
can you guess?
I'm going to
I'm
go with
gonna
Shesterkin.
I'm gonna.
Kreider?
I'm gonna guess it's Zibanejad.
All right.
I don't know
Came
who
out.
that is, so no.
Okay.
This is a good
Messier?
story. Yes. All right. Now you gave the whole story away. So Isaac Chira, who's very, very Ike Chira, he's very involved with the Israel stuff. He starts a media company. He does a screening in Manhattan. His company's called Game 7, where they document Game 7s. It's
Awesome.
unreal.
That is awesome.
I'm not like a diehard hockey fan, but it's the Knicks Rangers 94 championship. Knicks Rangers. Rangers, I don't know who
Canucks.
they played.
Vancouver
Whatever.
Canucks.
Yes.
Pavel Bure, yes.
I'm sitting there at the edge of my seat watching the game. Mark Messier is sitting next to me. I have no idea who this man is, but I'm watching him then, and I'm like, wow, this dude's
Oh,
awesome.
and he was sitting next to him. He was on the documentary. That's funny.
And he's talking to me, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of not giving him the time of day. Not in like in a flirty way. Just
Sure.
he's talking about
Sure.
hockey, asking me what team I like, and I go to him,
Yeah.
I don't really like
Well,
hockey.
that's called the flirty way.
That's
sweetheart.
Florida.
No, he's nice.
You don't give a rat's ass what team you like.
Okay.
Messi used to date Frederica, supermodel, for a long time.
So he gets up and starts speaking. He's like, yeah, those were the good days. And I'm like, wait. That's the same dude? And he's sitting next to me, and I just didn't put two and two together. And I was like, hey, sorry, by the way. He goes, I don't know who the hell you are either. And I'm like, great, we're on the same page.
That was it. So you were right, though, about the Knicks, because they played in the finals that same year,
What a year for New York.
but the Rangers won and the Knicks lost to the
It's a
Rockets.
shame I was -7.
You were -7. Game 6 of that series was the O.J. Simpson car chase. And everybody in their seats at Madison Square
On their
Garden.
phones. Oh, wait, did you
No,
have
they
phones
walked
then?
up. They walked up to the concession stands.
No phones.
They're watching the OJ. There were no phones back
No
then.
phones
so-
back then.
I can't imagine a Knicks game where everyone's not like this.
No, I know, right? It's
Including me.
I know. Well, it is wonderful to have you in studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for the kind thing you said to me at the State of the Union. You called me a
course.
hero. I love that.
I meant it.
And thank you. And please keep going. You're great. Please keep coming back. You got
Thank
so many
you.
great stories.
Name dropping.
Oh, I love it. You're great. Emily Austin. Follow you at Emily Austin, right?
She's like the
Emily.Austin.
She's like Forrest Gump.
She is like
Yeah.
Yeah. At Emily.Austin, the great Emily Austin. We'll take a short break. We'll get to the news. Again, the big movie premiere this week. Scott LeBader, you got to see this movie. The Relentless Patriot. It hits 13 theaters in New York on Thursday. Even Trump loved it down at Mar-a-Lago. We were with him. The Relentless Patriot, Scott LeBader.